Little Dreamers.
The Four Dragons by Little Dreamers. Once upon a time, in the mystical lands of Korea, there lived four magnificent dragons. These dragons weren't just any ordinary creatures, they were the guardians of the rivers and the skies. Their names were Su, On, Chun, and Yong. Su, the first dragon, lived in the east and ruled over the East Sea. On, the second dragon, resided in the south and watched over the South Sea. Chun, the third dragon, made his home in the west, guarding the West Sea. Lastly, Yong, the fourth dragon, lived in the north, overlooking the North Sea. These dragons had a special gift. They could control the rain and the weather. When the land was dry, they would use their powers to bring rain and make the crops grow, ensuring happiness and prosperity for all the people. One summer, a great drought swept across the lands of Korea. The rivers started to shrink, and the crops began to wither. The people were worried as their fields turned dry and brown. The four dragons saw the distress of the people and decided to help. Su, On, and Chun gathered in their respective places and summoned their powers to bring rain to relieve the drought. They roared, swirled in the sky, and sent down torrents of rain. But their efforts turned into fierce storms that flooded the fields and houses, causing chaos and misery among the people. Meanwhile, Yong observed the havoc caused by his fellow dragons. He realized that their approach was not helping the situation. Instead, it was making things worse. So, Yong thought carefully about what to do. He flew gracefully across the skies, gathering fluffy clouds around him. With a gentle breath, he coaxed the clouds to release a soft, misty rain that fell like a delicate veil upon the parched land. The people looked up in wonder as the gentle rain began to nourish the dry earth without causing any harm. Yong's rain soaked into the soil, reviving the crops and bringing life back to the fields. The rivers gradually filled up, and the land became green once again. The villagers cheered with joy and gratitude for Yong's wisdom and kindness. They sang songs praising the dragon who had brought them the much-needed rain without causing any destruction. From that day on, whenever there was a drought, the people would look to the skies and pray for Yong's gentle rain. And Yong, the wise dragon, would always answer their prayers, bringing just the right amount of rain to keep the lands fertile and the people happy. And so, the tale of the four dragons taught everyone the valuable lesson that sometimes gentleness and thoughtfulness can solve problems better than power and force.